Vanderbilt takes care of business against SMU at home. They get out of there with an 88-69 victory and completely ran away with this one. Probably with about 5 minutes left in the first half, they extended the lead to double figures, never looked back. It got ugly down the stretch for the Ponies. They hung in there for a little bit, tried to threaten to make it closer, but this Vanderbilt offense is just way too potent. It's a game where they shoot 57% from the field, 83% from the line. They don't make many threes, but it didn't matter. They just share the ball so well. 20 assists on 36 made field goals. And again, we said this in the preview, J Man. Vanderbilt are the analytics darlings right now, but they absolutely match the eye test. I'm in love with this team. I think they just have such a fun style of play and they're so connected. But what did you see out of the Commodores tonight?
Yeah, I mean, everything came easy for the most part. Like you said, I mean, they shot 57% from the field and they only shot 25% from three. Like that just means they were tearing it up down low. And they were up 48-38 at half. They were shooting 62% at half, and they had 12 assists to three turnovers at half. They finished with 20 assists to five turnovers. A 4-to-1 assist turnover ratio is insane. Like that story of the game. SMU had 12 assists to 13 turnovers, and Vanderbilt, they are just moving the basketball. When you have 20 assists to five turnovers, it's just that offense is pure. And you saw that with 88 points tonight. And just like SMU's a solid team. They got a couple of solid guards, as we talked about in the preview, but they made it tough for those guys. And they, as in Vanderbilt, rolled, led by Tyler Tanner.
Yeah, dude, Tanner, this guy is so special. Like, I was watching this game and it was right after we had seen Auburn and Clemson. So, excuse me, Alabama and Clemson. So maybe it was fresh on my mind. But I'm watching him play. Like, this dude is literally just short LeBaron Philon.
Yeah.
He's super twitchy, great burst when he gets into the paint, big time shot maker, defensive demon. Like he had a double team that led to a run out down the stretch. It's like, man, this guy just has such good instincts, such quick hands. And I mean, even to the testament, like we spent the first part of this recap talking about how great the offense is. They held SMU without a field goal for almost the final 7 minutes. The last 650. SMU didn't score a shot. They didn't make a shot from the field. Like this team can D up. They're getting tremendous play out of Jalen Washington, someone who I was very familiar with his game going into this year. Never seen him defend like this. Like he had a crazy block on Samet Yigitoglu where Yigitoglu put him in the spin cycle. Didn't matter. He recovered, met him at the rim, packed him from behind, like, and it led again to a run out dunk to his former North Carolina current Commodore teammate Tyler Nickel. Like this team is awesome. If you have not watched Vanderbilt, please lock in and watch Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I mean, Kim Palm has them as the seventh best team in the country, and I agree
It's hard to
because
argue.
it's hard to argue, and they had eight blocks, and then SMU had zero because again, that offense is just so smooth, and they it's like a death by a thousand cuts. Like if Tyler Tanner's not going to score, even though he had 26, Tyler Nickel had double figures. McLaughlin had 11 in the first half. 11 of his 13 were in the first half, and then Duke Miles, and then you had Jalen Washington. He rolled his ankle, but he shot 8 and 6, and then the four blocks and a steal. I mean, I don't know what Hubert Davis is doing in Chapel Hill, but
All right, come on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But they just look, dude. They're fun, man. Vanderbilt is very fun. And they spread the ball around. Like Tyler
Mhm.
Tanner had 6 assists, but like they had other guys that were involved with the assist column, and they just don't turn it over. And it's
Yeah,
just they're nasty, man.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like when you first were talking about them, how everything is easy for them. Like their transition
Everything.
offense looks effortless. Dude, they had 54 points in the paint tonight.
Yeah.
54, man. Like that's not even supposed to be their strength. They're like a guard-oriented team, and yet Tanner went stupid in this game though. Like you say the points in the paint doesn't make sense, and then you look at him like hit 10 field goals and only two of them were from three. Like the dude gets downhill, had some acrobatic finishes. They're all built like grown men too. I know they're not necessarily the tallest team, but like McLaughlin is a grown dude. AK Okereke looks like a bodybuilder, and like they D up, they check, and they force turnovers. Like you just got to be over the moon if you're a Vandy fan right now. Like
Yeah.
to have a Heisman candidate in football and then to turn around and like you might have made the best hire of the cycle 2 years ago with Mark Byington. You're over the moon with this.
Yeah, I mean, they look, SMU did cut it to 6. It was 57
Okay.
51. But But Vanderbilt, Tanner gets the free throw line and all free throws, like 6 quick points. And then it was 63-51, just like that. And so it's just, it goes from a 6 point game to a 12-point game to not threatening at all in a blink of an eye because this is what Vanderbilt does to you. You have to basically play perfect. Not even defensively, you have to play perfect offensively because if you can't score to keep up with this Vanderbilt team, then they're going to leave you in the dust. And that's kind of what happened. Like SMU shot 2 of 17 from three. They didn't make a three in the first half. Um, Boopy, everything was tough for Boopy. I know he had 17, but he had 5 turnovers and 0 of 3 from three. They really made him work for it. And he's a talented guard, but was asked to do a lot. And I said in the preview, he had to do a lot to win this game. And look, he just didn't do enough because Vanderbilt knew the scouting report. Take him out of his game. And though he had 17 points on 13 shots, if you're Vanderbilt, you live with that.
Yeah, I mean the 5 turnovers was massive as well, and I think going back to the preview highlight, I think he's shooting 47% from three, but going into this game, sort of a little regression there to go 0 for 3 from the beyond the arc tonight, but all in all, like great defensive game plan from Vandy. Limited guys like, I mean, Jermaine O'Neal have been shooting really well. Didn't even get a 3 point attempt off in this one. Jaron Pierre held him in check as well and forced him into some tough shots. Jaden Tunes, you're still probably hoping to see a little bit more from if you're an SMU fan, just given his pedigree. But yeah, I think what were the rebounding numbers?
Wait,
Rebound.
what?
Oh, SMU actually out rebounded them. Just didn't matter because they like Vandy hit every shot they took, and they just were not met with much resistance when they got into the paint.
Yeah, I mean SMU did a good job. 16 offensive rebounds. I mean that's impressive. Like 16 and Vanderbilt only had 24 defensive rebounds. Like SMU, that's solid. And that's something you want to take away from this. It's just again, it doesn't matter much when you can't stop the train that's coming, and that's Vanderbilt's offense. And so again, it was a good test. I thought this was going to be like a 15 plus point game. I'm pretty
You
sure in
called
that
that.
prediction. And
Yep.
so it went exactly how I thought it was going to be, where SMU just didn't have the horses, no pun intended, to keep up with Vanderbilt.
Yeah. And one final note I'll add to end this, like, not only does this Vanderbilt team share the ball exceptionally well, protect the paint, turn teams over, knock down threes, they also have some crazy psychotic energy. This game is already a blowout, and Frankie Collins gets a defensive rebound, gets fouled, and he's flexing like a maniac. Comes out on the other hand, hits a reverse layup while the game is already in hand, and he's going back down the court doing the John Cena, you can't see me. It's like this team is just they like that's the type of stuff that I look for in games like this where you're still that bought in and maintaining that level of intensity even when the game is well in hand. I can't say enough about just the culture that Byington has instilled in 2 years. And I mean he built a juggernaut of a mid-major team at James Madison. This is the highest ranked team on KenPom in the SEC. Think about that. It's year two. This like I think Tyler Tanner's in the NBA in a couple of years. I don't know if there's another pro on this roster. Like that is how good of a coach how good of a job he's doing, and that it's incredible. So big ups to Vanderbilt. Really fun team. Great win tonight.